Okay, so what a fucking week. A 240 kilo squat, a 180 kilo bench press, and now to top it all off, a 300 kilo deadlift. I'm just happy, I'm satisfied, I'm over the moon to be fair, because it's definitely one way to end my block with those sort of numbers. I'm a little bit drained, which is why I'm a little bit slouched on my words, a little bit away with the fairies, but it's my 30th birthday today. So it's kind of coincidental that I hit a 300 kilo deadlift. 30, 300. That's a lot of threes and zeros. Well, it's only two threes and three zeros, but you understand where I'm coming from. Oh, is it 3-0? But anyway, the show must go on. Even though I have achieved all of my life goals, you know how it is. Always wanting more after. So, I think future goals, 260 squat, 200 bench, and 320 deadlift. That's a 20, oh my goodness. That's a 20 kilo increase for the squat, bench, and deadlift that I would like to achieve in the future. It may take me a year, but it's definitely worth it in the end. I've been absolutely grinding my arse off for these numbers. That's over 700 kilos total. I'm not even going to try and do the maths because I can't be bothered. Anyway, moving on to some pull-ups. Oh, one more thing. Sorry for videoing in portrait mode as opposed to landscape mode. Portrait mode, because I wanted to get those lifts for all of my social media platforms. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, even Facebook, as opposed to just one, which is YouTube. But, as a promise, the next time I go for a all-out balls to the wall 1 rep max on each of the lift, it will be in landscape mode. That doesn't matter whether it will be the weight that I want to achieve, or whether that be a weight underneath what I want to achieve. It will be in landscape mode for you guys specifically. Because YouTube is the main focus for me. It's the thing that I want to really dial in on, as opposed to the TikTok and Instagram, Facebook and all that. Yeah, right. Thinking about it, I can do pull-ups anytime, but because we're in a different gym, I think I want to use a bit of equipment. Now, the gym here has a different type of pulley. They're strength shot pulleys, and I've seen them before on the internet, the World Wide Web, the absolute cesspit of consciousness. We're going to do some pull-downs and some cable rows. Originally, I was supposed to do pull-ups and barbell rows, but again, I could do that anytime. And, I'm feeling good. I've hit the things that I want to hit, so I might as well relax a little and enjoy the last little bit of this block. This is the attachment I was talking about. It's got these awesome shaped handles with a rather girthy top to grab to really grip a hold of. I've used these before in this gym when I've trained here in the past, and they are phenomenal. I'm pretty sure I've even said in the past that I hope, or should I say, I wish every gym would have these attachments. because they are so damn optimal for drawing those elbows in and squeezing the absolute life out of your back muscles. And I suppose they've got other uses. I've yet to find those out. Oh, they have some uses in them. But we're going to do the pull downs with this one, which is kind of like, it's not close, it's not wide, it's just kind of in between. And then they've got a cable row one, which is like, you know, a lot smaller, a lot less girthy. Although it still has the same girthy ends to them. But yeah, I'm just rambling. Combined with the cable attachment, this machine with the old school style motorbike chain pulley feels brilliant. You could almost feel the actual machine working, as opposed to those little threaded ones, which, you know, you don't really tend to feel. You feel the resistance, but you don't feel the actual machine. With this one, you're interconnected with it. You bond a relationship with it. But anyway, yeah, that was 45 kilos. I'm gonna up it to about 60 kilos. Do 2 more sets of 8 to 10, and then move on to some cable rows. Yeah, you can get really nice and low into the leg pads and really focus on driving those elbows into your scapular area, really squeezing the life out of the back and eliminating all those muscle fibers. Really focus on the stretch ahead as well. I think the 2 most important parts of any assistance exercises is the top part of the concentric and a slow eccentric. You want to explode the concentric, squeeze the life out of the muscle, hold it there for a brief second, and then slow on the eccentric. Really stretch out the rest of those fibers you've just utterly butt fucked. Also, 60 felt pretty damn good. So that's a set of 10 on 45, a set of 10 on 60. So I'm just going to bust out a set of like 6 to 10 with the 80 kilo block. This goes up to 100 kilos, a 100 kilo pull down, true as well. This ain't no dilly-dally machine that tells you it's 1,000 pounds, but in reality, the majority of that resistance is actually being taken by the frail cable that also pulls it up for you. It assists you. It's like a fucking unwanted spotter that runs in and pulls the bar up just as you're about to fucking hit a PB bench press. I'm treating you guys today. Usually I only show like 1 or 2 sets, but you get the whole 3 today because 3 is the main number. Oh, God. Here we go. Moving on to some cable rows. Starting off with 65 kilos. That's 20 kilos heavier than what I started off on the cable pull down machine. Using the smaller Strength Shop cable pulley for that extra back squeeze.
Just finished work now, mate. Yeah. The rest of the week off. Same. I'll the rest of the week off as well. Nice. Give me a shot, you alright? Yeah, mate. I got rugby now, so. Oh yeah. When did you finish? Finished a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. Now you just warm up, so I'll make that for you, bro. In multiple times. So we put on? Yeah.
Bump the weight up to 80 kilograms. I'm thinking another set of 6 to 10. And then depending on how this feels, if it feels good, I'll hit 100 kilos from the back, as long as it brings it back. And do that for another set of 6 to 10. Move on to some shoulder exercise or some sort of like upright row or rear delt raise. Really engage those tiny, puny little muscles in the back and build them so they're bulbous, bulging and fucking bouncy, full of blood cells and all the goodness of a muscle.
She's like that's a bit higher, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
When you're doing that when you go, well, why do you go? Yeah. You don't really want to go. You want to show them how to work that. You know,
Impress. Get up. Slow.
Oh, good. Good lord. Okay. Yeah, I think judging by that set, 80 kilos is a good weight. So I'll do another set of that and move on to the, I think it's an upright row, but I'll have to double check. It's either a rear delt raise or an upright row. Also, banging out the S-tier pair of shoes today, the Crocs. The comfiest shoes on earth, undoubtedly. Everyone used to diss them, but now people are becoming aware of just how fantastic Crocs are. The spongy goodness on the bottom of your sole, the amount of width that you have within the shoe itself to allow your toes to spread and feet to breathe. Fucking S tier. Well, unfortunately, everything I just said wasn't captured because I didn't select the bike. So I'll quickly go over what I just said. This is a row/rear delt machine. It has two handles here, a horizontal handle and a vertical handle. The vertical handle emphasises the latissimus, whatever, however you say it, dorsi, the teres major, bicep, and middle trapezius. The horizontal handle, however, emphasises the posterior deltoid. It also says to keep the elbows up throughout the movement to emphasise the posterior deltoid. Because we are hitting the posterior deltoid, the rear deltoid for you bog brains, and posterior deltoid for you big brains, we shall be doing that. Anyway, I'm not too sure what weight I should be using for that, so I'm going to go quite low at first. Let's bring this sucker right out, the chest rest, so we can really get a stretch going on. One more, I reckon. Screw it, let's get the ultimate stretch. There we go, almost off the fucking... Okay, that's pretty damn light. Oh yeah. That is definitely emphasizing the posterior deltoids. I didn't even realise there was foot thingamajigs, the fucking girthy shafts for your feet, for your heels, for your toes. There we go. I'm locked in and ready to hit those tiny, puny muscles of the back. And now I've lost count of how many I've done, so I'll just do 5 more. Okay. Definitely need to increase the weight. I can imagine the smallest increments of this machine make a big difference. But yeah, that's definitely hitting the right spot. I think I'm going to lower the seat a little bit as well. Only by one whole gaping hole, but that should be enough. Okay, I'd lowered it by 2 gaping holes as opposed to 1. Well, unfortunately, this will be the last set of the day, of this video anyway, because my phone is on 3%. I think I was sat there staring off into space whilst I was unaware that my Google Maps was rambling onto itself in the background and was just absolutely drained the life out of my handheld computer. That is still too light, but whatever. One more set of that, probably go up to 50. Unfortunately, won't be able to show it because my phone's about to die. But that is a gigantic garlic mayo-filled mixed kebab wrap.